Hello, good evening, guys. I know it's been a while. So, tonight I have a nice um, tip for you guys. Hello, good evening. I'm like trying to type and it's not letting me type. But hey, guys, good evening, good evening. Good to see you. So, tonight I want to talk to you guys about a new feature that has actually come out like the past few days. And they've been talking about it. But yeah, let's get started so that way you guys can know. So I posted this earlier to kind of let you guys know what's going on. But while we're waiting on everybody to kind of show up and come in, I am Steph of Phoenix Michelle Photography. I am a photographer, videographer, and an IG strategist out of Dallas, Texas. And so I like to try to give tools and tips every week, on just how to use things in your business, mostly Instagram, because there's just so much that's always happening with Instagram, I feel like, right? So that is what we are going to go through tonight. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody, to kind of talk about and to show you guys. So, not sure if you guys have seen it before, but there are new guides. So tonight what I'm going to do is tell you guys basically about how to crush it and how to use these guides as part of your brand or your business and everything like that. Because it's just another way. So anytime Instagram kind of releases anything new, you really should jump up on it. It's usually really a way to benefit you, but it's also benefiting Instagram, right? Had to keep up with automation job as my day job. Yeah, I know. I'm a business analyst by day, so I understand with having to know and having to keep up with stuff like that, like numbers and analytics. That is pretty much what I have to do all the time as well. So yeah, it is. Hey Britt. Hey guys, thank you guys for joining in. But we're gonna talk about these Instagram guides. So if you haven't noticed it yet, you might have seen it and didn't know what it was. So Lauren actually brought it up to my attention today. So I had kind of went under the radar. So she said to me, was like, did you notice this? So I've already started to grab some of them to kind of see. So what I'm going to do is show you guys kind of how to do it, where it's at, and why you need to use it. So just kind of giving you a breakdown of it. So this is a quick shot of what it looks like, but I have a video I'm going to show you guys of how to use it. But the main thing to get started with this, so you guys know, is that you basically can use this and to create like basically like I said, as a guide, but like a miniature blog. Think about it as a mini blog or anything like that. I did. It's a guy. Lauren is a guy. No. Oh, you said Lauren is a guy. No. Oh no, not you, Lauren. I said Lauren. Lavishly Lauren. Yeah, she just did a live too just a little while ago. But basically with these guys, it's really good. So like if you're a business or anything like that, it's really good. So you use these guys, it's broken out by 3 different types. So you can basically do it by a place, you can do it for products, and you also can do it for your own post or sharing other people's posts, right? So this is like if you have recommendations or anything like that, that is what that is for. So let's get into it so I can show you guys what this is looking like. But just know that. So here goes the way you do it. So you're going to go to the plus. So I don't know if you guys noticed that, there's always an update. But the latest update is, you have a post, right? So you can select places, products, or posts. So those are the 3 types you can do. And so what I'm doing in this example, I'm doing a post based upon studios that I've shot at. So like I'm going to create a guide that says, hey, places I've shot at, best places in Dallas to shoot at. So that way, if my clients want to find me and they want to say, hey, have you shot at these studios before? I have a guide for that and it's already going to be posted on there. So what I'm doing here is that you're going to select your place. Hey, so you select your place, by geotag. So these are geotag places. Okay. And then I'm actually going through finding my post. So there goes Lauren, because I've shot with Lauren plenty of times at Painted Lens. So I selected the first studio as Painted Lens. So all these are places that were geotagged as Painted Lens, right? And so then, let's see. Hey guys, thank you guys for joining in. And so yes, it is actually very perfect for travel blogging. Yes, so that was one of the examples that it says. So like if you have a location that you've been to and these are some of your own things, so yeah, You don't have reels. Oh, that stinks. Yeah. But yeah, you should get this one. So make sure you update it. This one's rolled out to everybody. So this is not one that's kind of limited for everybody. So yeah, so you're going to go through, you name whatever you want to name your guide. You go through, you kind of give a description. Hey, hey everybody. And then what you do is, I see no scotch or cigars. Well, Mike, we got to talk about that. That's not my thing. So we'll have to talk about it. But yeah, so you go here, you can select your posts or your videos. And then, so on this note, I'm going to go through and find another studio. So this is the second one I'm going to do. So this is another studio that I shoot at called Enchantment Studios. So the first ones that come up pretty much like all my photos. So those are all my photos I've taken at this studio. And so the max post you can do for each spot is 5. So know that. So there's only 5 you can do. So make it your best 5. So think about it as like you're building your portfolio. So here, I'm just kind of saying, okay, here goes Enchantment Studio. This is number 2 of my guide. And then this is saying, okay, I'm just basically typing in a little bit of description. You can add whatever you want, but I'm just kind of giving a short and sweet for this example for you guys. But I'm just saying like, hey, this spot is close. But now I'm going back and I'm editing the name of this. Hey guys. And so what I'm doing is I'm saying, okay, hey, Dope Studios. And I'm just selecting that. And then you can choose a cover. So once again, you can probably upload one from Canva, or you can select one from your post. So I'm picking something that's kind of bright and there's vivid, because I think, colors and something bright would always be really good to do with that. Something that's going to be eye-catching. So you don't want something that's not going to catch anybody's attention. So I like bright colors or something that's very expressive, like that's really good for posts like that. Let's see. Ken said this would be good. Oh, someone said I love some bourbon and cigars. Yeah, see, I don't know anything about cigars. I don't know nothing about bourbon. I'm more of a tequila girl. So Ken said this would be good for me seeking to partner with brands for music and fashion. Very much so. So like this is a good way for someone to, connect with you and find out what you're doing. And I'd like to think of it as kind of like using your highlights, but it's more, you have more opportunity to kind of give more of a description and kind of tailor it, right? A highlight, you have to already have had it posted to your feed or your stories and then save it. And just however it is on your stories is how it's going to show up in your highlights. Whereas this, you can kind of tailor. You can give more of a description. You can give more of a breakdown. So for me, this is really going to be great. Hey, Chris, good to see you. So yeah, and so that's how you can kind of go through and see it. So it's going back through and looping it again for you guys. Hey, good evening. So yeah, if y'all have questions or anything, just let me know, because I've been playing around with this. So you will see a couple more from me, like already off the top of my head. I'm going to do, hey, yeah, Sarah, let's go in the studio. This is great. So like if you are a travel blogger, like, hey, here goes places I recommend in Dallas, Texas. So like, hey, here goes staycations, right? So we're not traveling as much for COVID. So if I was a travel blogger, I would say, hey, staycations in Austin, staycations in Dallas, staycations, if we're traveling for local stuff. So that is something that I would do as a travel blogger. So let's see, if I were like a foodie, I would say, hey, best types of Mexican food, best types of, hey, here goes best places for Italian food in Dallas. So that could be a guide right there. So there's like so much opportunity. Hey, Lauren, I was just telling them, look at you. You're already on the screen, girl. So telling them about these guides. So I was just telling them how you told me, you sent it to me my way. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I missed it. But yeah, Lauren put me on, guys, onto this. So I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds like this is great. So there's just so much potential for these guides. You ever get to Austin? Yeah, I'm actually from Austin. Originally, I'm actually from like Round Rock, which is out, north of, I guess it's north or south of Austin. But yeah, I grew up in Austin actually. So yeah, I went to Houston a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, I go to Austin. That's why I figured when you said 512 photos in your name, I was like, you must be from Austin, because I know that area code. So yeah, so those are just some like ideas that you can kind of get started with. So like for you, Lauren, I would do something like, hey, here goes my 5 best looks for, going to brunch. So I would do brunch looks. So there's like so many opportunities here. You could do all that. You put all that together. I did just put it together from the time I literally did. I was like, ooh, let me go see this. Yeah, I be trying to get it done. So yeah. So, oh wow, I didn't know that. Love Austin. Yeah, I love Austin too. Yeah, Kayla. That's Lauren. That's you. Yeah. So those are like, this is basically a walkthrough, kind of showing you guys how this works, but it's very simple. It walks you through the process. It's not like Reels, you know what I mean? How Reels, it was kind of like, I don't know what to click, I don't know what to push, I gotta find my nieces or find some kids to help me out. Like, this is very straightforward. So you can use this, once again, kind of going through, I'm gonna show you guys that later, but here goes things that you can use it for. So you can do 3 different types as of now. Hey, Islander, oh my gosh, I'm so glad to see you. Oh my gosh, this guy makes amazing food. So for you, Island Boy Jerk Stop, like what would be really great for you is showcase all your food. So you could show like you could break it down, a guide for, hey, here goes my best recommendations for drinks. Here goes my best barbecue. So like it's so much opportunities that you could do with this. But so the 3 types of guides you can do are places. So like let's say you have your favorite restaurants, or for me, I'm going to do studios. I'm going to say, hey, here goes my favorite places that I've shot at for studios in Dallas. Or, hey, I got studios in Austin or studios in Houston that I've done. Then 2, it could be products. Like, hey, here goes some products that I recommend. So like, this is really great for influencers and bloggers. So like, if you're someone that, hey, here goes like a makeup artist. I saw someone have a guy and they're a makeup artist and they were like, here goes my favorite products from MAC. Like, wow, that's really awesome. So they're showing a part of their guide or recommendations are, here goes my lipstick that I use that's from MAC. So it's really great for that. And then your posts. So I'm going to be using some of my old posts. So once again, you're repurposing your old content, right? So like we're always talking about, you work really hard to have all your content together. Hey, Benny, good to see you. Love your work. Working really hard at content. So like, why not repurpose it? So that's what these guides are for. So you can repurpose it in a way and then just make it work for you. So like places, products, and, once again, your posts. So I would recycle old posts. Like, hey, if you have some posts that have done really, really well, put it back up to the forefront. Like, hey, here goes my favorite recommendations. So like, once again, if you are a travel blogger, I would do my favorite places. If I have products that are on my boutique, hey, here goes some great gifts for Christmas. Do a Christmas guide, guys. Black Friday is coming up. Do a Black Friday guide, right? So things like that are really, really going to be great for this. And it's just a lot of fun. Like, I'm so excited. Like, y'all have no idea how excited I am. But like, I was reading around and some people are saying it's kind of a bad thing because like now people may not go look at your blogs. I don't think that's true. 'Cause I feel like if you have really good content, no matter where you are, people are still going to see what you're doing. So I wouldn't necessarily worry about that, about being a good thing. I think like as long as you're giving and providing good information to people, you're going to be fine. So I would not worry about that so much. So let me show you and walk you guys through, because I know some people kind of came on a little bit later, but you're going to push the plus and make sure your stuff is updated. So you can push the plus and then guide is showed. And then you're going to pick what type. So those are the 3 types that I was telling you, right? So you got places, products, and post. So in this example, I'm doing places. All right. And I'm going through and I'm going to select studios. So Painted Lens is one of my favorite studios. Me and Lauren have shot there multiple times. It's a great studio. And so what I'm doing is all the posts that are geotagged for that location are showing up in this feed. So it's really important to make sure you geotag. So that's just a rule 101. If you have a location, be sure you're tagging your location. All right. Geotag it if it comes up. So that way you'll show up in these feeds and explore pages and things like that. Because this is a prime example. I don't know. I've never seen any of this work before, but it showed up. So you know what I mean? So I never have seen any of these people's work, but I found it because it's tagged Painted Lens Studios. So I have selected my photo, and what I'm doing here, I'm doing a title. So I'm saying dope shots at Painted Lens, which later I'm going to go through and I'm going to change it up. But here goes dope shots at Painted Lens. And then I'm giving it like a detail, like what is this even about? So I'm writing in my detail right here. And, you kind of want it to be, I think, like, think of it like a caption. You want it to be kind of catching, but also, engaging. For this one, definitely is not as fantastic as it could be because I was just trying to get it done so I could show you guys and have this tutorial up and running, because I was like, what? I need to figure out what this is. Hey, bitch face. So yeah, and I'm going through, and then you have your spots broken down by each one. And so here you go again, you give another description. And then I'm going to go to another spot. So another studio I shoot at is Enchantment Studios. So what I'm doing is I'm going through and look, I'm selecting all my photos because those are tagged. So I have those tagged for that location. And it lets you only select a max of 5. So do know that, because I was trying to go through. I was like, ooh, almost like all my photos. And it was like, pump your brakes. You only get 5. Okay. So I'm giving a little bit of detail. So this is the description that I'm giving. I'm saying, hey, it's close to Fair Park, because it is close to Fair Park. And I have many options of backdrops there. So that was like the thing I could kind of say about that. That is not as big, but I have multiple colors of backdrops that are available at this location. And so now I'm going back and I'm changing it up, and I'm just saying, okay, here goes Dope Studios. So you totally can go through and change it up. And then you could change your cover. So your cover pretty much is coming from your post. And so this is a shot that I did at Enchantment Studios, and it's bright. So once again, I want something that's bright, going to catch people's attention. And this photo got a lot of love. So think about that. So this is where your analytics kind of come into play. If you have a post that's done a lot of love and people are like, oh my gosh, I love it, gorgeous picture, that more than likely I would choose that as my cover. So that way I know it resonated with my audience and with people and it caught their attention. So that is kind of what we're doing here. And then this is just kind of what the finished product looks like. So I got the studio spot, and then here you can go ahead and share it, or you can save it as a draft. And I think for this, I saved it as a draft because I'm definitely going to go back and make some changes to it. But here goes one that I posted earlier, and you're going to end up with another icon. So you see how I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 icons. So I'm swiping through. So the first one is on my feed. This one is IGTV, Reels, guys, and then other things I've been tagged on. So that is how that works with the Instagram guides. It's a lot of fun. I think it's going to be really, really great for you to kind of get started on that. So like there's so much opportunity, like another way to use it, share it to your stories and everything like that. But it got released. I mean, I got it like today, I guess. I didn't really notice if I had gotten it or not, but I think it just came out today. But it's been talked about for a while, but it's been released to everybody. So everybody should have this. I know like with Reels, some people like have music, don't have music, which sucks because I love the music. So yeah, but I would highly recommend this. So once again, just kind of giving some examples, right? Some examples would be like, as a photographer, I would say, hey, here goes some studio locations. Here goes studios I've shot at. Or maybe break it out by types. Hey, here goes some branding shoots. Here goes all my branding sessions. Hey, here goes my family sessions. Hey, here goes what, my creative projects. Here goes Halloween. If I am a boutique, let's say I have a boutique or I have a physical product that I can sell. Hey, Black Friday list. Here goes my recommendations for a Black Friday list. Or, hey, here goes Christmas. And break it down. You can say, hey, gifts for, kids, gifts for, moms, gifts for parents, things like that, so that is what I would do. So that's a different type of guide you can do. So, the 3 types that you can have, once again, are products, places, and post. So think about that. So you have some old posts. What is this for again? This is for Instagram guides. Yeah. So Instagram guides is a new feature. Let me see. I have a screenshot. So let me show you that, if y'all can see that. So this is whenever you push the plus. So like in the top right, well, at least on mine, I know everybody, there's different layouts for different people, but on mine in the top right, there is a plus sign. So on that plus sign, you get this additional, menu that'll pop up like a secondary menu. And so that's where you can go to your stories. You can do a new post. And at the very bottom, well, at least for mine, it has guides. So this is a guide. So basically it's like a mini, to me, I kind of think of it as highlights. You can kind of curate it yourself. But it's basically like a mini blog post. So that way you can kind of give tips or recommendations for things, like a short and sweet, like a visual, I'll say like a very visual, like a visual blog, I guess so. But yeah, so that's what that's for. But it's really awesome. You can kind of create all kinds of different things, different posts. So once again, you can talk about places, you can talk about products, and you can talk about, your posts. So break it down that way. So I'm very curious to see how you guys are going to break this down. I think this leaves a lot of opportunity, especially since Black Friday is coming up. So I think it's very strategic and very smart of how Instagram kind of releases stuff, So I think this is great right before Black Friday, before end of year. So that way you can kind of like join that and kind of get it going. So I think it's very, very smart on Instagram's part. Everything's very strategic. But yeah, so Instagram's always doing something new, which is why I just love it. It's so fun. But yeah, do you guys have any questions? I will save this. So be sure to save this, share this with your friends so that way everybody knows. So if you know a boutique owner, someone who has a business or a brand or like a travel blogger, because I know there's some travel bloggers, please share this with them so they get a walkthrough and that they take full advantage of this. It is really great tool to kind of use and kind of, guide people like on your page, on your post, and kind of keep them on your page more. So that's part of what Instagram wants. Instagram wants people staying on the app longer. So if someone goes to your page and they stay longer, that's good for you and your algorithm because it's telling Instagram, hey, you're giving out some really good content. You're really making people stay on your page. So like by doing that, you get better at it. Okay. Hey, Hobbs. So by doing that, you're going to help to beat the algorithm. I know some people say, Mom, I'm not growing followers. Okay, well, what are you doing? Are you diversifying your content or are you just posting one picture? Like change it up a bit, create a guide, create a reel, even though I know some people kind of struggle with reels, but you can work it out and do it and do things differently. And that will definitely help you out with that, So I think these are really great. I'm definitely going to be doing a whole bunch of these. Like, as you can see at the end of my video, whenever I was doing that, I had one already created. So I'm going to do one. Hey, Daniel, I'm going to do one based upon all my social media tips. So like all my IG videos that I do, that's going to be a guide. I'm going to do one for all my different types of photography that I do. So my branding, I'm going to say, okay, here goes my branding. So in this example I did was just based upon studio locations. So I'm gonna tag it that way. So that way, when people pull up on your posts or on your feed, they can see these guides, and it probably will come up on their Explorer page. And Instagram loves that. So like whatever the latest thing that comes out, Instagram definitely pushes out way harder. So you notice that like with Reels, when Reels first came out, it was like, oh my God, Reels got a whole page. I can't do nothing but see Reels now. So I feel like guides are going to be the same way. Especially since Black Friday and stuff is coming up. So definitely take advantage of it. So when there's a new feature, try to figure out how you can use that for your business. Now, don't just do it just to do it and come out with like trash, but like think about it. All right. Because it's like, if it's not really all that great, it's just doing a disservice. Like you really don't want that. So yeah, there you go, guys. I'm going to save this replay on my IGTV. So let me know if y'all have any questions. Send me a DM. And, if you have any questions, send this to your friends. Send to everybody, like legit. Because, like, these guides are really going to be good. And it's good for your business and everything like that. So if y'all don't have anything else, I am going to close out. But I thank you guys for joining. I will, I know it had been a minute. It had been almost like a week or two since I've been out. My mom had been sick and I had like all this other stuff. Like it kept happening like on Thursday, which was so crazy. But I hope you guys do well. I know Thanksgiving and holidays and stuff are coming up. So it's going to be like mad crazy, but holler at me if you need anything. And once again, I am Steph of Phoenix Michelle Photography. I am based out of Dallas. I am also available for one-on-one social consulting. So like if you're totally stuck and you have no idea to even where to get started with your brand or your business, holler at me. I'm here to help. But I'm excited to see what kind of things you guys create with these guides. It's going to be really, really great. Hey, Bright Girl Media. Oh, I love you. You're so great. I'm really glad to see you guys. But if y'all have any questions, just holler at me, let me know. But jump on these guides. I really, really recommend that you jump on these guides. It's going to be really, really great. A lot of fun. And use your content. Like totally, you already have content, repurpose it and let it rip. Especially like, you go through your analytics and you see everything, like just go for it. You know what I mean? So yeah. But all right, guys, y'all have a good one. See you next week. And, tag me, holler at me if you need anything. Bye, y'all.